Alright, so this is the lesson for the Spirit of God. To start off, got a capo on the 2nd fret that puts the song in the key of A, because we're using G as our main chord. And the reason I did that is because it's a bluegrass song, and so A is for the fiddles and the mandolins and stuff. This is a very common bluegrass key. So here's the key with the opening part, which is really what we're going to focus on. Is it all is based around this same rhythm, which is, there it is. Okay. Now there's a couple of things you need to notice about that. One is that I'm alternate picking, so it's always up, down, up, down, up, down. And then on the 2 and 4 of every measure, you can hear a kind of a hit, which keeps the beat going. So it's, and I do that by kind of hitting it harder than the other ones, but it's basically down on the G string and then up on the B string, and then hitting both of them together, the not both of them, but the B string and the high E string together. All right. So that's, and then coming back down, it's actually just hitting that high E string again. So that's the pattern. Let's see if I can get it in here a little bit more so you can see it a little better on there. Alright, and then so start with that slow and then slowly start to speed it up. Alright, and the key is to really keep your wrist loose, like keep it as loose as possible, don't tense it up or anything. If it's getting tense, then stop and kind of shake it out and then try it again, but you want to keep it as loose as possible. Alright, so now getting into that entire first verse, all of it's based on that, and so all we're doing is that the bass note is playing the melody, and so we start with that's all it is, except in between each one you're getting the, okay? So don't pay attention too much to the individual notes in the tab on that section. Instead, really focus on the pattern of it, because it'll be different every time. It's different every time I play it as well. So let's go ahead and take that really slow here. And if you haven't downloaded the tab already, make sure you go to mormonguitar.com, the Spirit of God hymn, and you can download the free tab. Okay, back to the beginning. So at A. Okay, so all I'm doing there is I'm just hammering on. So I'm not picking that again, it's just the one time. And then do the same thing to the pinky. One more time. And then just going back down, it's just pull-offs. One more time. Okay. up to speed. Alright, now the same thing going back down. So again, we're keeping these two notes the same, the pinky and the middle finger and the ring finger on the B string and the high E string. We're keeping that the same the whole time because we want those to ring through. So let's start at B, which is measure 5. Okay, so it's the same pattern still, so whoops, except now we're playing on the D string. Got that? And then which is just a hammer on, and then down to the A string. And sometimes I hammer that on, sometimes I don't. I don't think I put it in the tab as a hammer on, but and that one's a little bit of a stretch with that pinky. Let's do that one more time. Alright, so let's do that whole pass again. We'll do it one time slow and then one time up to speed. Or let's start with that pickup note. Try that one more time slow. I missed some of the notes just to kind of make sure you get what we're doing there. Do the pickup note again. Let's try that one more time. So from the beginning, or from the pickup to B. Alright, now up to speed. So I don't always play it clean, and that's totally fine. Totally fine. Alright, let's move on. And so then it just repeats that again, because that's just what the first verse does. So let's go into the chorus. So at the end there where it goes, which is, let's start at measure 16, or 18 I mean. Okay, here we go. We'll do slow. Okay, now we kind of go into this pause part, so. Okay, now what I do there is I'm still keeping all those same fingers in the same place, but with my thumb, and you need to use your thumb. I mean, you could use your first finger and kind of move into it like that, but I'm a big fan of using your thumb because it adds another finger that you have more flexibility with and you can add to things. So I start on the 2nd fret and just slide into the 3rd. So, all right. So now we go. Or actually, let's that one we're kind of sliding into again. So that's in measure 23. All right. So got that. All right, and now we get into the part that picks up speed. So this is measure 24. So it's just kind of like a C note, but a C chord, but you're moving it up 2 frets to a D. So, and then on this one, you're sliding up like that. Okay, so you got the bass note coming down, but you still have the melody going. Alright, so we can put them together. Except I meant when you play it right. Alright. And that's kind of where it picks up speed. So normally it's alright. And then we're kind of off to the races. So let's practice the chorus. Just so pick up to the chorus, which is C in measure 21. What? There we go. Okay. Alright. Up to speed, it's Alright, so now's the part where we really need to focus on the chords, alright? So we're in G, so actually no, let's see. Now we're going back to this form of the G, so it's still a G, but we're doing the low with the thumb and the high with the middle and ring finger. Alright, and it doesn't look like I put those hammers on in the tab, but you don't have to do them, so I guess you can go. Alright, so at this part in the tab you're seeing a lot of notes going on. Really it's just focus on the chord shapes and the melody and playing those, and all the others are kind of just filler, what the pick just happens to hit. Alright? Alright, so focus on that melody, which is that's the melody, there it is. Okay, because now we go to a C. How do I do that? Is that how I did that? No. That's it. Okay. So all it is going from a G chord to a C chord. So the first one is, alright, that's measure 25, and then the C is 26. Okay, so it's just the middle finger and the first finger. And we're just hammering on there with our ring finger. So, alright, and then then to an A minor 7, and walking that up. To a D. Alright, so let's do that one more time from 25 to, what is that, 29? Slow. Now we're doing it's a G chord but with a B bass, but without the 5 in there. So now, alright. Alright, and then to measure 30. Okay. Oh no, I'm in the wrong spot. So it's so we're back to that C, and now instead of going up, we're going down. Alright. And then back to that same lick before. That again. This is from 33. Oh, it's this part. Alright. Now again, because we're in the G chord, as long as you're holding that shape, any note you hit is going to be okay. So as long as we're hitting the melody. Alright, now to 34. And then it walks up. It goes. What I'm doing is I'm walking that bass note up to a C, alright? Alright. So let's do the chorus one more time. We'll do it slow and then we'll do it up to speed. Alright. Now here we go. This is back at C, which is 21. Alright, let's get into that chord strumming here, and then that's pretty much the song, because then it's just the chords, which are pretty well spelled out in the tab, I think. It's just the strumming pattern. So the strumming pattern is, so that's kind of the basic strumming pattern. There's little variations in it, but it's just, the key notes that you want to hit are the bass on the 1 and 3, and then have some sort of snap in it on 2 and 4 as kind of like the drum beat. And the other thing to remember is that as you get faster, make sure your hand movements get smaller, because you got a lot less time to get in between places, and you don't have to play as loud. I have a bad habit of not necessarily doing that and not practicing what I preach here, but that'll just kind of be a tip for you if you're having some trouble with it. So, all right, so. You can also do that a lot. I do that a lot too. This is just. Sometimes it's a little easier to do if the tempo gets too fast. But the thing to remember is that even when I'm doing that, I'm still kind of keeping my hand going up and down the whole time, so that I don't get lost anywhere. So it's, see how it still has that kind of movement to it? So even when it's... Alright? Okay. That's pretty much the song. The rest is just chords on that. Yeah. So good luck to you. If you have any questions on the rest of the song, you can feel free to email me or comment on the video or post, and I'll answer you. But for the sake of time, we'll leave it at that. All right. Thanks again.